All right, the little birdies are out there singing like crazy. It's windy and cold, so I turned the heat on. This may not be the best place for this. Actually, in here is going to be better. Let me do it now. I mean, seeing that I know this for a fact, I'll just get it done and put it where I want it. Because what's going to happen, I know, is it's going to come out here too far and I'm going to keep hitting. Up here, it's not going to come out, except for here, and that's not going to be in the way of any saw work, and it'll be up enough out of the way, so that's the spot for it. Now I need a piece of scrap. This is actually too good a piece, but I guess it'll do what it needs to do. I don't need anything this heavy, that's the thing. I hate to use something that I really don't need, if you know what I mean. This is just as heavy. You know what? I got this, I can use that. Let me get an idea where I want to put it, so I know where to cut it. I'm going to cut the, right about there, okay. Now I need the caulk. The caulk. Caulk, 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 caulk. Actually, this is good stuff. It's a caulk and an adhesive. It's a vinyl adhesive. Oh, you're not even on. Now you're on. Hey, baby.
Hey, babe. All right, I'm going.
All right. So
I
where are you headed?
Dollar store in Big Y.
Okay. You want to pick up a couple of dollar store brushes?
What kind of brushes, babe?
They're paintbrushes.
Paint brushes? What size?
They're little, like 1 inch, 2
All right,
inch.
all
Don't,
right.
not too small, not too big.
All right.
All right. Just a couple.
Yep. Let me write it down or I'll forget it because it's not something that's usually on my list.
I need a drill. Hey, Tuck. I know I got it wrong. I just didn't know how to put it. So I'm trying to see how many. Oh, no.
How's your coffee?
Oh, I need coffee. I may have enough to get. Nah, I won't have enough to get through the week.
I got your medication.
All right.
When I tried to put it through, fill in all the information,
Yeah.
like, it said that there was a problem, and so I had to call.
Okay.
And OptumRx, took care of everything, and they're gonna contact your it was John Forrest is who was on the, they're 84 Main Street over here.
All right.
One of the-
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, it's part of Yale.
so had them give me a 90-day supply, which is 75 tablets.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't.
I know, but
Yeah.
I figured we're gonna get them, let's get them.
Yeah,
The last
I
time
mean-
we ordered them was 2015.
Yeah, I don't use them.
I know,
Yeah.
but I
All right.
figured,
Anyway, we don't use this one that much, so I got 3 of these. These are the ones I go through most.
all right,
Okay.
looks like 1 and 2s.
Yeah. Yeah, 1s and 2s.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, if they got a real small one maybe a half. I don't know.
I don't know, I'll look.
All right. Not a big deal.
All right,
All right. So you're going there, then you're going to
big Y.
Big Y. Okay. I mean, seeing that this isn't real heavy, this with that should be no problem. So that'll be on there like that. That'll go on here, and we're done. I don't know if that'll work that way or not. Doesn't it? No, I can't. Can't do it that way. I wouldn't want to trust this first of all to hold that much weight. That. Let me find screws. I know I have a couple more on here. I know I do. I know I do. It's where do I do? Let me get a couple more. Maybe I can't find them. If this works, I'll maybe modify it by moving it a little bit. You know, last night, well, actually, it wasn't last night. It was a bad day yesterday with the weather and the wind, and I mean, it was just a miserable day, all day. And last night, it started to get worse, naturally. And about 1 o'clock in the morning, the AM hours, we had a tone. Now see, this is what I wanted to do, but I don't know. Yeah, you know, it kind of holds it. I guess doesn't give me much room, but you know what? It's not going to hurt to put it there and see. If worse, I could just put a little brace under it. Let me put a little goop on it. Like I said, this is not only a silicone sealer, you know, like for tubs and things. It's also adhesive. Okay, I'll let this out more. There. There. I wanted it past here, so if I wanted to do something, I had the rough room to do it. This may not be right. This may have to come out more, but we'll see. It gives me an idea as to how things are going to work or not work. On this side, I had to do it before and I got to do it again. They only put one mounting hole, which kind of sucks. So I had to put a bracket over here, or a mount, a little piece of metal. Hold on a minute, let me, doesn't have to be metal, I'm just looking for anything now just to get it up there. Just to get it to work. Anything will do. I know, I'm walking around in circles, guys, sorry about that. I know what I can do. Got it right here. Right here, ready to go. Perfect. That idea. I might as well do this. Change it. I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it right. Because I'm already, I'm not liking the way it's supporting itself. That wood is not heavy enough to handle it. You just seen it chip off. Chip off the old block. I guess I gotta use some plywood because the pine is just not handling it. Actually, we're gonna do it. Let's do it. Good. You know what I mean, guys? Nothing to it but to do it. And if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it right, so I don't have to do it again. Yeah, I said it before. I don't care too much about what it looks like. I'm done with the perfectionist stuff when you don't need to. As long as it's safe and it works. That's really all I care about anymore. There. Okay. I will use this for down here. But for now, well, I might as well take care of that now and get it over with. Let me see, I need to cut off just a bit here. Anyway, as I was saying, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I hear a call come over the radio, which I am not going to do. Even though we did get toned out for it, I am not going to go to it because it wasn't one of those calls that was a must-do. It was a tree down, wires down. Normally we'd go to that. 2 cars involved. Normally we would go to that. However, after listening, they toned us out, meaning they called us. Is this still going? Yeah, okay. Where's my coffee cup? I thought I brought it out here. What did I do with my coffee cup? What did I do with my coffee cup? Can't find my coffee. Anyway, they toned this out, and I'm listening because I want to know a little bit more about this before I start running off or bothering any of the guys at 1 o'clock in the morning to get them up. And as I'm listening to it, I'm thinking, I'm hearing the cop, the one that says, tone them out. Basically, they mean call us. They want us out there. They need us. Well, in this case, it wasn't so much a need because it wasn't a line that was interfering with anything other than the house that the wire was going to. The wire that came down was between the pole and the house. Well, that's got nothing to do with us. And the tree had nothing to do with us because, again, it was between the road and the house. So if the wires are not a hazard to the public and the tree's not a hazard, we really shouldn't be out there. Now, if it was real busy, but this road is half dead at night anyway, it may have been something you may want to hang around and check, you know, but it wasn't a busy night. Everybody was in because it was a bad night. You know, I'm looking for my coffee, so if I sound like I'm confused here, I am. Now, if the tree was somewhere near the street or the wire was hanging alongside of the road where it could easily get blown into the road, then we'd definitely go out there. But if it's going from the pole to the house and the road's over here and everything is there, including the 2 cars, then why do we need to be there? The people in the house should know not to come out the front door. Just like I should know where the hell my coffee is. I mean, how do you lose a coffee cup? Ta-da! Alright, now like I was saying, this thing has 1 mounting hole. There's no holes anywhere else on this thing to help you mount this. Now that kind of sucks, in my opinion. My opinion now. I have it on a little angle only because I didn't want to bring the shelf way out and worry about hitting it or hitting it with something. But I wanted this one part of the grinding wheel to be out enough so that it'll clear the stud. Alright, so let's come over here and see if I can get this to stay there, which I think I can if I use that piece of wood that I have there. This is a stainless steel screw. They suck. They strip real easy. I really shouldn't even use this screw again. As you can tell, it's already stripping, but that'll hold that, so that's fine. Alright, now, what do I need? I gotta clean this mess up real quick. So meanwhile, like I said, we get toned out. You know what? I'm not bothering anybody for this. That's crazy. I mean, that's all there is to it. I am not going to wake somebody up and call them out there to go out on a call that really didn't need. But see, what was happening here is the cop didn't want to stay there. Because once the call was put in, they can't just leave until the UI company gets there. Or in this case, Eversource, I think it is. they got used to having us around. Even though we're basically only supposed to be helping our department, which is the fire department. But the good old police department, which we don't mind, most of the time, they're all good guys. They really are. You want to help who you can, you know. But when they start saying things like, you know, call the fire police because they don't want to stay there, well then, you know what? Come on, guys. Have a little consideration. You're already out there. Yeah, it's busy. But if you haven't got the coverage, then I can understand it. Now, the other thing they could have done, and basically I think should have done, is call Public Works. Camera crooked? It is. Can you see anything? Probably not. Yeah, call Public Works. Eh? And let them come out and put up some barricades. And there's not even a sidewalk here, so there's no reason for anybody to be walking there. You follow? If it was a sidewalk that was heavily traveled, and the pole naturally then would be on the outside of the sidewalk, so the wires would travel across the sidewalk, or the walkway, whatever you want to call it, then I can say, okay, we need somebody out there, because, again, the idiots in Branford don't think of anything but themselves and where they're headed, and not paying attention to their own safety. And then they'll try to sue you, or sue the town, if they get hurt. Because, why weren't you there? Well, why weren't you looking? You know, you can't babysit everybody. You got minds of your own here, guys. Grow up. All right, so this is here, and it works. And what I'm going to do is put some of these together. So it'll save room, drawer space. So I came out here today and realized that I left the heat on. Now I normally do leave it on, but I turn it down to 60. And I had it on 70 all night. And I kind of realized it when I walked in the door and it was warm. And because that comes out of the household money, you know, the wife is naturally concerned. which I justifiably, she's right, she should be. See, I don't know how you guys handle it, but how we do it, and it's been working for us. And we're kind of laxy-daisy on it, if that's what you want to say. We have the house account. And then we each have our own so-called play account. You know, our own money. You know, things that we may want to do or buy or whatever. And it works well for us. And I have no idea what's in my wife's account, you know, her play account. And as a rule, she doesn't know what's in mine. But the other day, because she's good at keeping books, and I'm bad at spending money. So I says to her, listen, how's chances of you keeping track of my play money for me? And she said, oh, not a problem. Well, like I say, normally I don't have any idea what's in her play money, nor does she know what's in my play money, but now she knows what's in my play money, which I don't care. I mean, because we look at it this way too. If it's there and one of us need it, we just take it, you know. But for most part, we never had to go into it. Sometimes I'll say to her, babe, you got an extra $100? If so, write me out a check.